you don't have anybody to help you. And so it becomes important that we learn how to build this team and make it so strong and so positive that it lifts you up so that you can see how significant you really are. You're saving lives. You're easing pain. But you know what? When the doctors get together, I go to this little place in the morning to meet with my partner, and we plan things, and there's a bunch of doctors that come in there. And here's what I hear them talking about. Budgets, staffing, budgets and staffing. That's not what they signed up for. That's not what they signed up for. And so, I say, let's find a way to take that team and make it so positive that it lifts you up. You feel great. You love going to work. It's happy. It's positive. It's positive, and it allows you to relax and breathe and look at the good that you do. When you get caught up in the day-to-day drudgery of existence, it's hard to see. It's hard to see how significant you are. You want to live and feel fantastic about it, not just exist, So, we want to make this team as positive as we can. I want to tell you why I'm picking positive attitude first. In fact, let me give you a little story that sort of stresses how positive attitude is going to change things for you. Because let's be honest, who's going to change this? You people are. You know why you people are going to do it? Because I'm a football coach and you stayed to listen to me. You laugh. You give a damn. You give a damn. You want to make things right. You want to make things better. And you can. Because here's the other thing that you need to know. Leadership is a learned behavior. It's a verb too, guys. Action. We got to do something. But it's a learned behavior. And it's got to take place with the administration, with the doctors, with the nurses, and the custodians. Everybody's got to be a part of it. So, I want to tell you this quick little story so that you see how powerful a positive attitude can be. A long time ago, here's again that hotshot high school coach. I'm sitting in the office thinking, damn, I am a good coach. That's 7 championships in a row. I'm sitting there, all full of myself. Down the hall walks this 14-year-old African-American child, freshman, fattest human being I've ever seen in my life. 5'10", 395 pounds. Wearing an orange sweatshirt and orange sweatpants because there are no clothes that'll fit him. And he comes and he knocks on my door and he says, Coach Kaz, my name's Trent Patterson and I want to play football. I looked at that kid and I said, you want to play football? Go lose 100 pounds and come see me. And I closed the door. How would that make you feel, Josh, if I did that to you? Yeah. Bad. How would that make you feel? Bad. Terrible. You guys are nice guys. I'd be so angry. I'd be so mad. I'd find my car up there, key, do whatever I could do to destroy his name. Not Trent Patterson. Now watch, now listen. Now, this is a hard school. This was a tough school. It's an inner city school. I'm in the cafeteria, because all the coaches had to be in the cafeteria during lunch. Keep law and order. And I'm there, and I'm watching my section, and all of a sudden there's a tap on my shoulder. I turn around. Wait. Here are these big brown eyes again. Big brown eyes. It's Trent. Coach Kaz, could you help me lose 100 pounds? Bang! Another moment of awareness. I'm not a good coach. I'm not a good teacher. I'm not even a good human being. I'm supposed to be helping kids, not counting my wins. And in case you haven't had a chance to see, well, I'll give you a side note. I couldn't help this kid lose 5 pounds. I mean, come on. Now wait, watch, it gets worse. Being the eternal optimist, I said to him, sure, I can help you lose 100 pounds. I took him to the nurse and I said, Shirley, can you help this kid lose 100 pounds? It worked. He lost 95 pounds in 1 year. And let me just put this aside there. His dad, Rufus, had the best ribs place on the south side of Syracuse. I'd have weighed 800 pounds if I'd have been him. He lost 95 pounds, and for the first time in his life, he passed the physical to play a sport. First time in his life. And this was way back when, so when we went out to practice, we would jog 1 lap around the track, 1/4 of a mile, that's all, before we would stretch and flex. And Trent couldn't jog a lap. He used to walk and move his arms like this. We call it the Patterson shuffle. And everybody laughed at him except one person, me. Because he'd already changed me. I was his biggest fan. I was a disciple of this kid. And I said to him, after he got better, and I said, you keep walking, you'll get it, you'll get it. And he ran, and he got better. And I said, Trent, you got to get strong. Watch this. Before he left high school, he put the shot 64 feet. It was the New York State record. I said, Trent, you got to get flexible. Before he left school, 4 years, he was a black belt in karate. I said, Trent, oh my God, you're unbelievable. And he just smiled. He just smiled. And he made all state for us as a senior. Now he's 5'10". He comes to me at the end of the season, he says, Coach, I want to play Division I football. And those of you who know football know that it's a horrible business. We were just talking about it like that. And if you're going to be a lineman, you better be 6'4". Today, at my right tackle, 6'7". You better be a big guy. So I'm calling everybody because I love this kid now. But nobody will take it. Nobody. This is how you know there's fate or God or whatever it is. But the day before signing, the University of Alabama loses a kid. And Trent Patterson gets the first scholarship to play football out of New York State for the University of Alabama. He goes there and he's the strong man on your team for 3 years. And as a senior, he starts on a line and plays for the national championship against the University of Miami. On a line, 6'4", 6'4", 6'2", 5'10", 6'4". Now that's an unbelievable story. And here's why I tell it to you. Here's why I tell it to you. It was one person with a positive attitude. Look what his positive attitude did for him. It sustained him in his quest to achieve his goal. You keep a positive attitude, all we're asking you to do is lift up your team. Lift up your team. Bring them together. Bring them together. But here's the other thing. Did you see something else about his positive attitude? He changed my life. A 14-year-old African-American freshman little kid, inner city kid, changed my life. I'm still talking about him 30-some odd years later. Imagine what you can do with all your education, all your wisdom, all your experience. Imagine what you can do. Can you imagine it? Can you just think about it? I don't know how big your teams are. It doesn't matter. You can make it happen. It doesn't take much. I know we go around and do this for a living. We make it seem we tend to make it seem a lot harder than it really is. So I just want to tell you how you would go about doing some of this. One of the things that you need to do, as Josh was saying, you got to get a vision. You got to have a vision. What do you want this team to look like? You got to know what it is. Hey, if you're not happy working where you are, there's something wrong. Identify it, find out what it is, and figure out what do we got to do to change it. Oh, we want it to be, it's got to be positive first, but maybe you want it to be caring or more compassionate. Maybe you want it to be more respectful or more responsible. I don't know what it is. I'm not here to fix your problem. I'm here to give you ideas on how you fix it. That's what you do. Identify. Define, first of all, I'm going to give you one. We're going to do positive attitude. You've got to have a definition for it. Positive attitude for us is a state of mind where we are going to approach and react to every obstacle with optimism. That's it. Everybody in the program knows what it is. Whatever you do, everybody's got to know what it is. You can do it with a sign. You can do it with an email. I don't care. I don't know how to do that, but you guys can do that. What does it look like? What does a positive attitude look like? What does respect look like? Is it important? They got to know why it's important. How can we practice it? How can we practice it? Let me tell you a few things you can do. Kids have shown us this, that you can do to practice your positive attitude. Have you ever felt negative? Has anybody in here, maybe we can all go home right now. Has anybody in here ever felt negative at all at work? Ever? Raise your hand and say, have you really? Perfect, good. I just wanted to make sure. All right, so here's something to think about. Sports psychology, one of the great things about getting invited to speak at like Frank's clinic or other clinics, I get to listen to people who really know what they're talking about. This guy, Kevin Ilko, who's a sports psychologist, in 8th grade said, I want to be the sports psychologist for the Olympic team, and he was. Think about that. He knows what he's doing. So I listen to him. It's difficult to be negative if you have a sense of gratitude. Now this is going to seem childish for you, but I'm going to tell you what you do. You get one of those little things of stickers, those yellow little notepads of stickers, and you write down 3 things that you're grateful for 21 straight days. And you put them on the mirror in your bedroom or your bathroom, someplace where you're going to see it. 21 straight days, you write down 3 things you're grateful for. You watch how your brain changes your attitude about your life. You watch that. I was doing this in a high school. And we're trying to find ways to be positive. And these kids at this tiny little school came up with this. Greetings. You know, how many times does someone come up to you and say, hey, Josh, how are you today? Me, I always used to try to make some sort of joke. Hey, when you're as old as me, you get up on the right side of the grass, it's a great day. Something, but there was always a little negative to it, you know? These kids came up with something. We do it everywhere now. So you say hello, and they say, how are you? And they would say, I'm fantastic. I couldn't possibly be any better. And I'm going to tell you what. You start saying that, first thing that happens is